Oui. Okay kayo ang audio. Okay. Lobat gamay na lang dito. Music. Nakoy time sa Malate hapon pa. Pero bro, kan ko kapoy na ko wala na energy. Pero napa ko misa also.
Ay, karon.
Dili katong nga time. 8 sa gabi. So akong gihimo nag-meditation, nag-meditate, namina og music pod ni kanang flute music ni James Galway. Few minutes meditation. Na-re-energize ko. Ang physical experience kay kuan kay external ang moving about, attention going out. Ang akong energy nakatag. So by sitting down and just being there at the center, recollecting those, og nag-reorganize akong kuan, na-re-energize ko. I'm ready for the 8 o'clock mass through music. So karon kabalo ko si James Galway, ang flute music has some effects sa ako. Manindot. So kanang mga classical music po na siya i-effect.
Right. There is this, thank you for sharing that one. Kasi, I try to imagine also that James Galway, is it slow or very fast?
Depende. Na siya fast, na po slow.
Kasi one of the thing na the beauty of music kay the beats, this may sound technical, but the beauty of it is the same time ang beats per minute of the music may affect not only with our sense of being at peace, but also the heartbeat that affects the circulation of our blood. The beats per minute, say for instance, the Gregorian during our ancient music in the Catholic tradition, that it helps us to meditate because the beats per minute is as low as parang it doesn't compete with the fast beat of our heart. In other words, the beats per minute is as low as the heart or even less, so it comes down the heart. Yeah. Yes. And so with this music, it affects also our brain and releasing the happy hormones. If I may
The
put
relax
that.
mode.
Yeah. So one relax mode and one is, in your case, it's James
Galway.
Galway.
Okay, ako i-introduce na sa imo kay. Yeah. Have you heard of him, James Galway?
Not only
Maybe he's the number one flutist in the world.
Wow.
James
So he's
Galway.
player also.
He practices like 8 hours a day or something.
Wow.
And then even when the BBC was here in his house interviewing him, istorya, excuse me, kay practice schedule, and he's already the top.
Wow.
And anyway, he went from Ireland, Irish na siya. He went to England and then to join this what do you call this, music group. Wala, dili siya interviewon kay kuan, kay dili kinahanglan etc. Wala sila ga-expect sa iya. So from outside he played, and then they heard, oh, he's something, so na-invite in siya sa group. Pero I think he picked up music from, this mga parade bitaw sa Ireland na ganahan mo kay siya maminaw music. Basta somehow somebody, I don't know, I forgot how he got introduced to music. And then he's so good in James Galway.
James Galway. So while James Galway is interested with flute, what can you share, Padre, what instrument you played or even playing
Flute.
now? Flute.
That's why I get to know James Galway, because at some point when I went to China, like you're going to Chile. The first time I went to China as first mission assignment, then may maraming options. What instrument will I play? I chose flute. And the reason also is I met a Filipino flutist, and I was curious. When I was about to choose what instrument, I asked him, ano ba yung bakit flute ang sayo pinili mo? He said, because your breath becomes music.
Wow.
So, bakasyon man to, ni uli ko sa balay. Ang himo-himo pa tayo flute. Pero wala na saksig kay lison man mohimo og flute, magbutas-butas. Pero anyway, so I got a flute and I carried it with me. And then when I was a young priest, even when giving homily, maybe in the beginning or towards the end, I will play the flute. So years later, I don't have the flute anymore because at some point somebody asked for my flute and I gave it up. I gave it away. So people would remember the flute, not the homily. So my power ang music. So now, just few weeks ago, I met a silingan. And he's a musician, no? Ato Mariano. And he inspired me to bring a ukulele because you can carry it with you. So I bought one and started playing the ukulele. And the good thing is, in the shop, they taught me how to tune it up. Like it's GCEA. So I imagine a goat and a cat on top at the back of the goat, and the eagle about to snatch the cat but failed, only apple. He got the apple. GCE. So I got that, and then I learned 3 or 4 chords from one YouTube, and he said with these 4 chords you can sing 100 songs. So with that, I already started playing like that, just practice, and even composing song and recording. And it was a Saturday, I think, and on a Sunday, somebody gave me a ukulele because she's not using it, and then she just learned. She heard in the homily, no? She gave me, and then there we got a jamming because the musician was there, first time to hold the ukulele, and I taught him how to play the 4 chords. And then with that, we were singing all sorts of songs. So anyway, music for peace. So mana ang sa ako aron nga ganahan ko sa music. Tapos more and more my understanding of the basic elements, basic components of reality is the wavelengths, the wave, particles and waves. Music. I know I'm also using my voice, learning how to use it, to improve it, to bring peace, to bring calmness, because my tendency is to pitch high. Mataas lang para ano yung karoon. Pero so I can train myself how to maybe lower my voice because the bass is more effective. The bass, yeah. And also, whatever I talk about, bring healing or peace, no, through my voice, because the basic thing, the frequency, has an effect.
There's this our words can heal, and even sometimes the opposite. Like there's this one phenomenon that happened to Doc Willie Ong.
Yeah.
Because of what he received from his bashers, the ill and the bad, the
bashers,
the hurting words can even make a person to cancer, no?
Yes.
Imagine he's really in his life trying to serve the people as a doctor in different capacities also, no? And then he received at least this is his statement.
Sarcoma cancer.
Yeah, sarcoma cancer. When he received bashers with what he do, in his part, he wished to serve the people. Of course, like any good-hearted politician, no? So, but imagine how it can affect a person, no? The basher, the online thing, no? It's almost like cyberbullying also.
Yes. But because of this, I saw that I have this new word. I call it area of responsibility.
Area of responsibility.
Your body, your person is your area of responsibility. Whatever atmosphere, is it cool, you want a cool atmosphere or peaceful atmosphere, it is in your area of responsibility, not of the people outside you, of the things outside you. So you cannot control what is outside this area of responsibility, but within you, that's why meditation is very important. So whatever they say, whatever you decide how you respond or how you take it in or you take it out. But anyway, this is your area of responsibility. What atmosphere, pleasant or unpleasant, cool or not cool, it's really your responsibility. Pero siguro dili niya na kaya kay walay boundary.
It's a large amount. No?
Dili klaro ang area of responsibility. Hopefully, kay kita maapektuhan ta kung we allow it. If you open the gate or how you respond to it. Ganin ay ko'y ganahan nga expression. Kung muulan, there are two kinds of people, happy and sad. But your happiness or sadness is not in the rain. Because the mathematical equation is rain equals rain. The rain is rain. The happiness and sadness is in your reaction to the rain. It's in your heart. So, karon palitan natin yung rain. Let's put another word, life. When life is happening, hello there, mga listeners, si Lydio, kauban nato, no? So when life is happening, there are two kinds of people, happy and sad. So asa man ka din na, happy ka or sad? When life is happening, there are two kinds of people. But your sadness and your happiness is not in life. It is in your heart, your response or reaction to life. Anything could happen in life, but life is life. That's why the first approach is accept the reality. Kung mag-ulan, dili ka maayo mo ingon nga unta wala nag-ulan. Because nag-ulan naman. So, it's your response, magpayong ba ka o magpabasa, it's up to you. Pero when rain or life is happening, two reactions. People become happy or sad. But happiness and sadness is not in the life. It is in your heart, your reaction, response to life. Because life, the equation is life equals life. It's only life. Life is life.
Also, I like that part na life is life. And it's something very life is full of thrill when we also embrace the emotional life.
Yes.
While we cannot choose at times the emotion, sometimes we become happy or sad, but we go back to the reason that is life, no? That is life also. There's this story, similar story with yours, but it's a story between the water and the steel.
Water and the steel.
The steel.
Puthaw. Bakal.
They wish to know each other. Ganahan silang magkaila-ila. Niya, ang kinalahian ng si steel, kay mag-atang na siya, hindi observant good siya. So, ganan siya magkaila-ila ni water. Si water is a very adventurous. Flowing siya. So niadto siya ni steel, ni puthaw. So si puthaw observant siya, stay still. And then puthaw said, now I know water. Water is taya. Is a rust daw. But he said, no, I try to disclose myself to you. Ganun puthaw, ingon ka nga, basta si water, ilailahon na ko, si water, nagpailaila ko nimo, ganun, taya man. Because that was a learning pod para kang water in a form of rain. Ingon siya nga, this is how I was received by puthaw. Na kung magtubig, magmix ni puthaw, magtaya siya. And then, whether ganahan man or dili ni taya, ni puthaw, mutaya gud siya. So, there is something beautiful na interconnectedness of the they'll never know how they will receive until they meet. But one thing is, how do we transcend? How we go beyond how we reacted and really appreciate kung kinsa gyud ni si water or kung kinsa man ang other experience. And that is sometimes the challenge because puthaw can be emotions, no? The puthaw can be taya or mao na siyang mga ras, no? If put that in that story. And so while taya is happening, kinsa paano nato ni siya ma-understood nga water is water, life is life. That is a challenge, and that is, it takes a journey for meditation and also really experience life as life more than the taya or more than the limited more than what we used to, no? You never know if we put attention, full attention. We are at times like the puthaw, usay we are so limited. This is also part of the journey na kung we interpret how we receive it, but it's okay for part of the journey, but we are invited more to go beyond. Baka water is more than the taya.
Yes. Ako wala pa, di pa na ako ma-imagine sang more than kinaagi na usually na. Pero it brings me back to what you said. It's about relationship, interrelatedness, or kanang gitawag ko in dialogue, life in dialogue. Life in interaction. So pare karon, no, interaction na to diri with ourselves, the audience. Yeah. With the birds, with the city, bustling city, no? The kitchen, preparing for lunch. Madungog ni mong mga pots and pans. So nindo do kung ako pod kung sa may ako i-share karon sa grateful ko kay naagi ni value man atong istorya unya na capture nato, not only for ourselves but for those who may discover or see this video, no? At least you get to know how Lydio sees life, experiences life, kumusta siya karon, o Kulukabildo man namo ni napod ang akong point of views. So nindot kaayo.
Padre, interesado ako to know what are isip usa ka missionary, usa ka Colomban, usa ka Pilipino, and then working now with interfaith conversations and with work for peace. With all you've experienced, what are your reason for being happy?
Nindot nga question, no? Why am I happy? Yeah? What's the reason for being happy? I think ang isa pod ang kuan, understanding. Kay once you don't understand what's happening within you or outside you, that's depression. That's depression. So kung tong seminaryan pa mi, na time nga complicated na kay di nakasabot, during retreat, everything falls down, no, into clarity. And then you are aligned to what is reality. So I have some understanding of what is. Ano tong reality. So, i-sum up na ko sa karon. You imagine a blue planet. Can you see that? Can you imagine blue planet? That is our only spaceship. And then in front of it, let's say, floating is the Noah's Ark. Not only humans, different peoples, but also living things in the same boat. So that's our only ship. Friendship is our only ship. No option, no, we have to dialogue because we are in the same boat. And then leading the journey is the white dove. Peace is our home. until we are at peace. We haven't arrived home yet. So daghang ita kinahanglan angayon i-tune up katong kaangayan no to have the harmony kay nayabag na gyud ang kalibutan. So at least we know what's God's will, or we kind of align ourselves with God's plan, God's design, no? His creation. And Saint Columban said, if you want to know the Creator, understand His creation. So importante kayo growing up ang kuan, ang understanding. I want to understand what's the meaning of life, and I chose the life of a missionary priest because as a young person in high school, I was looking for meaning. It's more important for me, the meaning of life. Lord, give me a meaningful life. And then through this life as a Colomban, I see the meaning. I can understand, no, what is unsay angay, what is supposed to be. No? Bisang daghan problema sa palibot, pero you also see God's glory, God's beauty, God's hope, God's life. So nagay ko isa ka image karon no. Nga instead of focusing too much on how people react to you or the world react to you, like si Dr. Willie Ong, no? Reaction sa mga tao ba? Giving it too much attention. It's better to give more attention to God. How is God and what He wants, etc., etc. And then you be the instrument or manifest it or live it or express it like that. Continue to do that regardless of what the world does to you or react to you. Anyway, we know already what they did to Jesus. They crucified Him. So even just that, we know already, no? And then they say in we played the happy song and you did not dance. We played the funeral song and you did not cry. So whatever you do, ang pare is wrong. Di ba? Lumalabas na kan. You're always wrong. People can just twist what you say or what you do. They will misunderstand it, or they will really maliciously reinterpret it maliciously. So you will have cancer if you allow that to dominate. So your consciousness, instead maybe imagine, go back to the source, go back to the Creator, go back to God. And then you will be grateful, because this breath is coming from Him. This life, this health, this happiness, this meaning, all flows from the origin. O niya, ang permi na ito nga problema as people, in the world, we are ungrateful, we are forgetful of God. So maybe remembering God, the source, the Creator, or remembering what is the good, what is the beautiful, what is the true, and also seeking that all the time, understanding, it's really understanding, understanding life, understanding the truth, understanding human people. So that makes me happy. And I know once I don't understand anymore, I get depressed. So I experienced depression also in China. Fortunately, I came here for an event in the Philippines, ordination of my brother. So I had a fast comparison. Why I'm depressed there and here in the Philippines, no. And then what I realized, in my room in China, it's winter time, so the windows are closed. At home in Ipil, the jealousies, you see your neighbor and they see you. So I realized one human need is to see and be seen. And then, I don't understand the culture, etc., the language, etc., and even the people there. Whereas in Ipil, I know the people and they know me. In China, we are undercover. So they don't really know the deepest of me. and it can cause depression. So the solution I found is to know and be known. You have to know some of your batchmates, classmates, or dorm mates, get to know them, and also introduce yourself to know. Pero kuwag gyapon limit because I cannot disclose everything, no? Undercover man. And then in in Ipil, when I look at the tree, coconut tree, automatic my brain understands what it is. I know it. And the language, etc. Automatic yan. There is understanding. But in China, it's postponed because the language and the trees, I don't know, these plants and trees, you don't understand. So when there is no understanding, depression. Kaya ang solution ko naman, to understand and be understood. So when I came here, I applied that. So no more depression ever since, no? Since then. So I'm a happy person. And I met choir members sa Malate, approached me, Father, I heard your homily, and I'm in depression. I will apply that. Okay, sige, and then report to me in a month later. And then a month later, I said, how was it? Was it effective? Yes, Father. So I applied to see and be seen, to know and be known, to understand and be understood. So even I don't know this tree, I don't know this plant, I will touch it. Get to know it. So being human is all faculties applied, being applied. You are understanding, you are knowing, you are seeing, you are looking, no? And then you are being seen, you're being known, you are being understood. So, even tugnaw dito sa dorm na ko sa China, I go to the balcony and allow my dorm mates, etc. to see me because I know it's good for them to see me. And I wave also to them. So they know that they are being seen. They are affirmed. Their existence is affirmed. So I think that's because I'm aligned to that understanding. So that's, depression is at bay. Kaya parang wala lang yung lockdown sa pandemic. Hindi ko ma-feel. And I'm surprised why so many are suffered because of that.
Thank you so much, Padre. Well, not only me, but I have a sense that even our viewers really learn from that because that's something very irreplaceable, no? Kasi to see, to be seen and to see other, no, existence.
Yes,
to affirm that.
If you see them and you know that you really see them, you affirm their existence.
Their existence.
That's very good, even without doing nothing. And if you just affirm them, their existence, that's half or more than half of the good thing you can do. So presence can do that. If you are present to them, if you are listening to them, you are already affirming their story, their meaning, their existence.
I just surprised in my thoughts as we talk. The presence. If there is a word, compassion, you suffer with the other, no? Compassion. Suppose there's word also, compresence. Compresence.
Compresence. Yeah,
So if there's passion, compassion means to suffer with the other. If you are being present with the other, you are being compresence with the other.
Yes, maybe there's no need for the word compresence because when you are truly present, there's no more other. Because the other, then you, in that deep consciousness, the other is you.
Other is you.
And you are the other. Because in this presence, you recognize there is presence in him. It's the same presence. And then Moses asked God, if I go to the Israelites, what shall I do? How will I introduce you to them? Who are you? What is your name? And he said, I am who am. And when I was a spiritual year student, I was reading a Bible once. It's spiritual year, no? Maybe that was not during retreat, but I was just reading the Bible. Suddenly, the line became alive. As if I can hear the word. And it resonates with me. And the line was, I. Like vibrating, I am the Lord your God. And while hearing it, there is vibration, resonance in my chest. Because there is also an I. It's I facing each other talking. I am the Lord your God. And then I want to remember that. I don't want to forget that. So I look for a way to remember it. Maybe I'll make a nickname for me, no? So maybe Ira. Pero I have a friend in Lanao who's Ira. It's a girl. So maybe taken na ng name. So I chose Akoy. That's my pen name also because Akoy is short for Ako I. I am. And that is in terms of grammar, that's the subject. But most of us are caught up with the predicates. When we introduce ourselves, I am this and that, we focus on this and that. Actually, without the subject, without the I, then you cannot hang anything else. The attachments, the certificates, the achievements, walay kabutangan.
Exactly. And the I, ganahan ko sa itong giingon ni a version of translation of what St. Columban said. I belong to Christ. No, the I that belong to Christ, not to the I itself, no?
Yes.
Not to ourselves. So it's something that in a personal level, if the I has to exist, we are invited to belong. The I has to belong to Christ as hinge, no? Always hinge. And that's
I belong to Christ.
the I that belong to Christ, not to the I itself.
Ako pang ina-absorb yung kay Kwanis na. Ang una na pang makuan, ma-imagine, Christ magod is universal. He embrace everyone. Ang mga I na to, kuan pa siya, we're still growing to become like Christ. Compassion, kuan naman na. Very broad. Pero we see things magod separated, like you as the other, different from the other. Ano ba? Oo. So, kung mo-grow tayo into consciousness, Christic, or sana, Christ consciousness, like, kinsa itong mga pare, Teilhard de Chardin, na we are going to Christ consciousness, paano siya? Universal. Universal. Oh. So, everything's created through Him, and in Him, and with Him. So, Mother Teresa sees Jesus, sees Christ in every poor, sick, abandoned person. So kita, normally we see separatedness. The others, other. Pero through prayer, contemplation, meditation, then you somehow know that all is one. And that's the desire of Jesus. He hopes that they will be one as I and you are one. It's a desire.
Siya nawa.
And then if we cultivate that, maybe mara na ako na sa akong na state of peace or happiness kay. Yeah. Even though regular ang ego operates, and then sometimes I clash and Tagalog example, in China, Dodong call me, matulak na. Rex, diri mo mag-lunch. Sige, alas 11 naman to. Taw-taw, ring hapon after 1 minute or 2. Rex, imbitara sila, tulog to. Alas 11, tapos ura-urada, una-una, kasi magkulang ang pagkaon. So along the way, when we moved to his apartment, lahi man itong apartment sa vocation, nagpalit ko ka na murag bibingka, murag salty siya nga, murag bibingka, Chinese style, nipis. When Dodong saw it, si Rex way salig sa ako. Normally, katong outside words, pag dili na kasulod sa ako, meaning pan ba, wala effect kay pan, iyaman to. Pero na somehow, alas 12 to, abot na lang alas 4, ga alboruto pa ni. But because I'm aware, I know the dynamics, I said, oh, Dodong only said it once. And what's hurting my heart now is the replays of my mind. So I stopped it, no more. And then the next time I met Dodong, I feedback. I didn't say, ikaw, no, I said, this, your mind is working like this, you know. Whatever I say like this, you immediately, mo ba? Then give me evidence and then I can provide evidence. Okay, see, next time, bantayan ako na siya. Okay, good. Tapos, let's go and have coffee in the cafe next. Ang banding nagsuod, pero na-distinction. I didn't say, you are like that, you're mine. Yun, pwede ko ang una rabang biktima na ang gadala-dala kay you are all the time with your mind. Ako, nagsara doon, no? So, the mental health in the world according to the author of The Power of Now, si Eckhart Tolle, and even the New Earth, yan na, second book. Ubos daw ang mental health nato. Pero basic na siya. You are gifted by God, no, of life. Pero the one that is living your life is your ego, your mind. Nasa entablado. So how you have to learn how to bring it to its place and you reclaim your life. Ikaw ang boss. Ang imagination na kuan marag is mind mo, your thinking faculty. It's like a knife. Mas hait, mas maayo. Kung magluto ka, di bulahan ang luto. Pero kung criminal magunit delikado, no? So the mind, this is dangerous. Pero the thing is, after cooking, you put it in the drawer and you go to the room and sleep. Pero many people, they cannot bring down the knife. They carry it with them in the room. So they hurt themselves. So sa Bisaya naunay sa kaugalingong tari. Tari, yan.
Sabong na.
Naunay sa kaugalingong tari. Ato anay siyang hait nga kuan, tari, pero naunay.
There's so much wisdom in what you said. Even to be aware of that, no? Okay, we can posible mamahimong biktima sa kaugalingong tari, no? And it's something na to find that subtlety na ay dili na siya di ay healthy o ingana ang pattern. So there's so much wisdom in what you said.
Na ako'y natudloan ani and I have a method of teaching this. 1 minute, let's try 1 minute nga. We do nothing, we just sit and then we just listen, we just breathe 1 minute. After that, 1 minute we talk. And then after a while, let's another 1 minute. Talk the pod. And then finally 3 minutes. And then usually, they experience something. Like this woman, after anointing of the sick, naanagay siya physically, kanang nanay plastic diri, yung bowels. Really, her body, no, na whatever in her life, it was negative ba? Negative ang emotions. Pero when I taught her this, magbitaw, bitaw, no? Bitaw sa thoughts, bitaw sa everything, no? Attachments, bitaw. You are the power that beat, you are the power that bitaw, no? Tapos nag-meditate po, naabot ng 3 minutes, nag-glow na yung naong. Nag-glow. Yung siya, Father, meron pa ng ganito, Father. Oo.